everyone. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to you guys and welcome to PickHacks 2021.
Hey, everybody.
So to begin, some introductions. I'm Bharat Srikrishna Vilas. I'm the co-director of PickHacks and ACM Hack here at Missouri S&T. I'm a computer science major, a sophomore, and I'm graduating in 2022.
Hey, I'm Bharat's friend, Jack. I'm the logistics lead on the team here. I'm also a sophomore in comp sci, graduating in 23.
So what we want to do here today at our opening ceremony is just kind of go over a few things with you. Who are we as ACM Hack? What is PickHacks? Our sponsors and partners that made this whole thing possible, and finally the event logistics that kind of guide us for this weekend.
So, hey, if you don't already know, we're ACM Hack, just a little subcategory of the regular ACM. And we put on hackathons. So in the past, we've organized events like Pickle Hack, which was, a Missouri S&T only. Sorry for all you people out there that love hackathons and pickles that don't go to the school. Can't participate in that, but that was really fun. Had about 100 attendees last fall. And then PickHacks, what everybody's doing now. We didn't have it last year, unfortunately, because, a lot of stuff got canceled for whatever reason. But before that, had about 300 attendees. Really fun. Yeah, so that's what we do, host hackathons, and we love it.
So you might be asking, what is PickHacks? Well, for this weekend, we have three main goals for you: to learn, build, and share. Firstly, with learning, the whole point of this is for you to pick up new skills and learn the basics of many new technologies. We have a mentor and sponsor support network that can help you with this if you have any questions or need any inspiration during this whole weekend. And we also have a resources tab in which you can find other resources that our team has assembled for you to learn from, and also talk to your fellow hackers at this event.
So build. Obviously, this is going to be the most important part of this weekend. Just making whatever project design you've had in your mind for a while. As you may already know, our theme is entertainment, and you can focus on three tracks: gaming, music, and media. Kind of self-explanatory. Gaming, games, music, media. That was a great explanation from me there. And if you want a little more, you can find it in our Discord. And you can submit your projects to any one of those tracks exclusively or to all three of them. So you make your pick on that. Some projects that we've seen in the past include, websites, apps, just a lot of games. It makes sense. They're so fun to make. Hardware hacks, like, mystery boxes, a winner of Pickle Hack. Data scrapers, just like Ella's little pre-hack talk for those of you who were there. Discord bots, just pretty much everything you could think of that, lets you flex your creativity a little bit. So, build whatever you want this weekend.
And actually, to Jack's point, at PreHacks, we had one of our own team members on the logistics team, Andrew Lee, help show us how to build a Discord bot. So if you guys need help with that this weekend, hit him up. And finally, our big thing for this weekend is sharing. We want you to share what you've learned and share your accomplishments from this event. Through that, we have judging, which happens after 10:30 a.m. on April 11th, where you submit a video of your demoing your code that is 5 minutes maximum. The criteria that we judge this against is the concept, the functionality, impact, and the overall submission quality. After that, we award prizes: first and second overall placement for each of our three tracks, a best beginner hack, a best female hack, and a best high school hack. This totals to nearly $18,000 in prizes.
Yeah, check out some of those prizes. There's like iPad Pros, Steam gift cards, everything you'd ever want. So make sure to check that out. So now let's start meeting some of our sponsors and partners. First, Nestle.
Hi everyone, I'm very honored to be here and speaking with you today. After the cancellation of last year's PickHack event, I'm thrilled to be here virtually, and I would like to welcome to the 2021 Missouri Science and Technology Hackathon. My name is Sabine Rodwy, I'm Swiss, and I'm the North American CIO for Nestle. I am at the head of our IT function. I don't know if you know who we are as Nestle. Nestle is the largest food and beverage company in the world, and our mission is pretty simple. We want to unlock the power of the foods to enhance quality of life of everyone today and for generations to come. Sitting at the center of the Nestle strategy is an ongoing technology transformation that enables the Nestle businesses to innovate at speed, and as well engaging with millions of consumers using product-driven approaches and leading solutions. Our dynamic IT organization consists of a diverse team of IT professionals driving the biggest IT operation landscape and digital transformation in the fast-moving consumer goods industry. Last year, around this time, as COVID-19 cases were ramping up and the world was rapidly changing right in front of us, Nestle experienced a dramatic shift towards e-commerce because of the changing in consumer behavior and the increase of demand for grocery shopping online. In order to meet that increase in demand, Nestle looked to our IT team not only to enable operation in a remote environment, but also to continue developing breakthrough innovation. Hackathon has been playing a significant role in Nestle by helping us find new ways and faster ways to innovate. Did you know that here at Nestle, some of the team member days are filled with activity and projects that are a direct result of hackathon events, similar to the one that you are participating this weekend? For example, we have a team dedicated to conduct experiments around augmented realities. At the time where travel was restricted due to the pandemic and remote assistance became a new way of working, Nestle expanded the use of the virtual reality technology, like smart glasses, 360-degree camera, and 3D software, so that experts could advise factory workers on complex tasks without needing to travel in production site. Plus, this technology has helped us to reduce our carbon footprint, which is really good for the environment. It's so exciting to know that many of the great ideas around virtual reality were inspired or created through Nestle Hackathon. One tiny idea can have a major impact, and innovation can come from anywhere. We don't have to be Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg to spark an incredible idea. So as you embark in this hackathon, stay curious, be innovative, and stay agile. Never stop learning, adapting, exploring, or even experimenting. Get out of your comfort zone and challenge yourself, because this is where you're going to have the most of your fun. And as Eleanor Roosevelt once said, do one thing every day that scares you. This weekend's PickHacks Hackathon is maybe the perfect challenge to do just that. And don't worry about winning, because when all is said and done, you know that you would have put all your passion and can-do attitude, and something great will come out in this regardless of how you finish. So go, have fun while creating something great, soak in the knowledge, and make new friends. I really hope you're going to enjoy the experience. I hope you are going to be excited and inspired by the weekend. Hopefully see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Nestle, for that. Great video. And we really love your chocolate here on the PickHacks team. So thanks for that too.
Up next, a word from our buddies at John Deere, who have something they want to share with you. And hopefully the guy's name is John Deere.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nate Bawalda, and I am a staff engineer with John Deere's Intelligent Solutions Group. We're the part of Deere that makes all of the different consumer technologies that go into our products. These products include servers, GPS receivers, and other sorts of technologies that go on board the various pieces of equipment that John Deere produces. This helps provide precision and automation while these machines work. We also provide mobile and web applications that take the data generated by those in-operation activities and turns them into insights and intelligence that our customers can use to make decisions and run their businesses. And lastly, we provide web and cloud API services for many of John Deere's business partners to help and grow their own products. I am part of a team at John Deere that's made up of designers and engineers and technical leaders that are passionate about the way we work and the products that we work on. And I'd like to share a little bit about my team and how we work. My day involves getting on to a call with my team and talking about what we are planning on delivering for our customers that day. We then break off into work in pairs and work with many different web application technologies to help deliver on our product. These include Java, JavaScript, SQL, and NoSQL data stores, and other web and mobile technologies. We also make use of agile and extreme programming principles in order to make sure that what we make meets the quality standards of John Deere and meets the expectations of John Deere's customers. We are very happy to be a sponsor of PickHacks 2021. It is great that all of you have taken time out of your schedule to grow and learn skills at this event. We are proud to sponsor one of the challenges for the event as well. Our challenge is a farming simulation game. Today's farmers have access to all the unprecedented data I talked about before, and this enables them to make smarter decisions in and out of the field. We collect hundreds of data points every second during each operation, and these can all be analyzed to provide data about yield, precisely applying nutrients, and saving time and other resources each season, which amounts to a lot of money and savings for our customers. Our challenge for you is to build a game around this data. The base game should include the 4 basic agricultural operations, which are tillage, seeding, application, and harvest. You may also take things like weather, soil, or other factors that you think could impact a farmer's yield into account. We suggest the lemonade stand game as an example of a classic game that captures the spirit of what we're expecting from this challenge. The winners of the challenge will receive $50 Visa gift cards. Also, if you have some time while you're hacking, do come by our booth and meet some of our designers and engineers that have taken the time to come and talk to you. We'd be happy to talk about what we do at Deere, what their day's like, and what a potential career at John Deere might look like for you. On behalf of all of us at John Deere, we wish you the best of luck and happy hacking.
Thank you, John Deere. Appreciate that. And your game sounds really interesting. So now on the Honeywell.
At the Kansas City National Security Campus, our work is more than a job. It's a mission to deter our adversaries and assure our allies. Since our start in 1949, we have seen dramatic changes in our business, our country, and our world. But one thing has never changed: our unwavering commitment to the mission. Our mission defines our past and guides our future. We have a proud history supporting the nation's warfighter. Our brothers and sisters in the Air Force and Navy bravely put their lives on the line every day. That's why we put our best foot forward, making sure the nation's nuclear stockpile is safe, secure, reliable, and effective every day. It's more than a job. It's a passion and a partnership across the National Nuclear Security Administration and its 8 national security labs and sites to support the nuclear deterrent strategy and ensure our country is prepared to defend our freedom. It's why we have a relentless pursuit of perfection and exacting standards of quality. Our superior performance is reflected in our work and measured in our dedication. Our world-class team of engineers, scientists, and technicians employ innovative, high-tech solutions and develop new and emerging technologies like digital manufacturing, simulation, and augmented reality to solve complex nuclear security challenges. For 70 years, the NNSA and Honeywell have worked together to protect our country. Today, we are stronger, faster, smarter, and more focused on our mission because we do work that matters. At the Kansas City National Security Campus, we are the mission. Our mission is to support the warfighter and keep our nation's nuclear stockpile safe, secure, reliable, and effective now and always.
Good evening, everyone. It is Christian Dahan here with the National Security Campus, owned and operated by Honeywell, and I'm here to welcome you all to PickHacks. I am the head of our engineering software group here at the KCNSC. If you have any questions, I have a couple member our teams here. We specialize in data science. We have a couple master's students, and I'm also a PhD candidate myself specializing in that. We have some software engineers that can do full stack development, help you with that. And we also have a couple members of our process automation group who will be joining us this weekend, and they specialize in IoT automation, all those sorts of things. So if you're looking for hardware side, feel free to hit them up. Software, let us know. My name's Christian. We have Herbert, Dakota, and Don all in the Discord, so feel free to talk to us about jobs, potentials, whatever you might want to talk about. We will do our best to help you. Thank you, everyone, and have a great weekend.
I'll be honest, Jack. I really thought that they made honey. Could have fooled me. Up
Yeah, man,
next,
I
a
thought
quick
they made
video.
wells.
It's crazy. Up next, a quick video from our gold sponsor, Centene.
Hey, this is Brian Tiefenbrook. Welcome everybody to PickHacks 2021. I'm so happy to be here with everyone. I want to say thank you to everybody on the PickHacks staff for answering all my questions throughout the past months, particularly Himnish as well as Allison Chan. I appreciate everything you guys have done for me and making sure this is organized and going well. So it's great to be here. The last one, this is my second PickHacks. The last one I was at was in 2019. It was an absolute blast. Obviously, I wish it was in person, but hey, this is going to be great. So, anyway, I'm going to give you guys kind of a quick introduction about Centene, tell you about some of the hack that we're sponsoring, and kind of go from there. All right. So, next slide. So, a little bit about Centene. We are a diversified, multinational Fortune 50 company committed to transforming the health of the community one person at a time. We are committed to providing meaningful, high-quality healthcare to every member, and those members remain at the forefront of all we do across our organization. With more than 70,000 diverse and dedicated employees providing healthcare services to more than 25 million members across all 50 states, we are proud to be the largest Medicaid managed care organization in the country, the national leader in managed long-term services and supports, and the #1 insurer in the nation in the health insurance marketplace. That means that we serve 115 individuals across the nation. The bold steps we take as a leader in the healthcare are supported by a solid mission-driven foundation and guided by the shared sense of purpose on which our organizations have been built. Next slide. The ultimate foundation of everything we do at Centene is our purpose, transforming the health of the community one person at a time. This single, enduring, and overarching purpose explains why we are in business, and it is applied across our organization. Our 3 brand pillars further highlight what sets us apart as a company: our focus on individuals, commitment to whole health, and active local involvement. This is what Centene should always represent everywhere and for everyone we serve. These 3 pillars are based on the foundational beliefs of the company. We must treat the whole person, not just the physical body. Treating people with kindness, respect, and dignity empowers healthy decisions. We have a responsibility to remove barriers and make it simple to get well, stay well, and be well. Local partnerships enable meaningful, accessible healthcare, and healthier individuals create more vibrant families and communities. Centene stands apart from other companies based on the unique combination of our purpose, mission, pillars, and core beliefs. Next slide. Our workforce reflects the communities we serve. We thoughtfully engage diverse talent across the company, preparing employees for leadership roles and hiring diverse candidates who have a passion for serving our members. In total, approximately 75% of Centene employees are women, and more than 50% of all employees identify as a minority. At Centene, we value diversity of thought and experiences, which is driven through our strategic priorities of provider education, community engagement, supplier diversity, and a diverse workforce. Next slide. As we look to the future and strengthening our diversity of culturally competent care, we know we have to continue nurturing a workplace that supports and empowers all employees to be heard, respected, and appreciated. We are proud to be among the top scorers in the Human Rights Campaign Corporate Equality Index, as well as the Disability Equality Index sponsored by United States Business Leadership Network and the American Association of People with Disabilities. Additionally, our president and CEO, Michael Neidorf, was one of the first to sign on to the CEO Action for Diversity and Inclusion Pledge. We are proud of our national partners that bring unique expertise and networks to accelerate our growth through exposure to diverse talent. As you can clearly see from a number of these organizations' awards, we greatly value our diverse and inclusive culture at Centene and intend to continue our efforts to leverage our diversity to fuel innovation and drive performance. Next slide. I know that a lot of you are computer science majors, and a lot of people are going to ask different languages that we use at Centene. And my answer for that is it's pretty limitless. We use a ton of different languages throughout our organization: Java, C#, C++, a lot of different programming and coding languages that are all available. So chances are, if you know it, we use it, just depending on which team you're on. Next slide. Some of the typical IT career paths that are available within Centene are application development, cybersecurity, data or business analytics, infrastructure, database administration. This is not the only list of places where students can go after getting into Centene, but these are some of the more common areas. Typically, one of the entry-level positions that we have is the application software development role. I believe we actually even have some internship opportunities still available within our organization, and I'd be happy to discuss that with all of you this weekend. So feel free to stop by and ask me any questions you have about that. Next slide. Oh yes, our sponsored hackathon. We are sponsoring the challenge of most fun hack, and if winning that isn't enough, and not enough to be of a prize, we are also awarding UBOOM speakers to the winners. So if that's something you're interested in winning, please feel free to join. We're really excited about judging it. I know that when I was a judge here a couple of years ago, we had some great entrants, or excuse me, great people that entered to our challenge, and it was a great time. So next slide. We also have a tech talk on Saturday at 12, featuring my colleague Joe Dove, who will be talking about GitOps predictive modeling at scale. So please feel free to stop by and check that out and ask any questions you have about that and how it applies at Centene. I know Joe's going to do a great job with this. I'm really excited to learn more about it too. It'd be great to see you guys there. Next slide. Next steps, if you're looking for internships or full-time positions, again, you're more than welcome to talk with me or check out our website, jobs.centene.com, explore the company, check out areas that may be interesting to you, and apply to positions. Again, I'll be here all weekend on Saturday as well as most of the day Sunday. Be happy to talk with you guys. Last slide. And oh, there I am. What a great LinkedIn picture. That's me, Brian Tiefenbrook. You can see my email there. Again, I'll be at the Centene booth all weekend. If you're writing my email down, brian.a.tiefenbrook@centene.com. Again, I'd be happy to chat another time. So again, thank you so much to everybody at PickHacks. I'm really looking forward to this weekend. I appreciate everything you guys have been doing. Really excited. I wish everybody the best of luck, and may the best person win.
Brian, for that. 1 in 15 in the nation. That's a pretty impressive number. And thank you for the guidance on the next slide. Really came in clutch. So now here comes our talk from MasterCard.
Hi. So, by definition, innovation is a new idea or a new method or a new product. So, given the current situation we are all in, I'm sure innovation has become second nature for all of us, right? From figuring out how to homeschool kids to doing work virtually to multitask like never before, and the list goes on. So, when we talk about technology innovation in MasterCard, I'll tell you a story. So the way, the MasterCard company came about was few executives 50 years ago went for a dinner, and when the bill came, they did not have enough cash. And the thought came, do we always have to carry that much cash in our wallets? And sure enough, came MasterCard, right? So any small idea can spark a big product, a big organization. You never know. So at MasterCard, we connect everyone, everywhere, to the possibilities through the digital transformation of payments using innovative and secure software-based technologies that is API and cloud-enabled and delivered at the edge for top performance and speed. And now for more than 50 years here in St. Louis, as a base company where we started, MasterCard has pioneered technology to make payments simpler, smarter, and safer. Today, we are operating in 210 markets in 150 currencies. We have over 2.5 billion cards globally. We work with over 50 million merchants globally, receive at least 500 million transactions every single day. And I'm very proud to say that the data center is housed here in St. Louis. So where do I fit into all this, right? So I'm Aarti Sharma. And I have two boys, 10, 11 and 19. So the theme that you have today for your hackathon, gaming, that's actually a big point of contention at our house. But here I have worked for 21 years in different roles, moved around. And in my current role, which is now a year and a half that I've been into this role, I work with operations. So just MasterCard is a great company because it lets you move around. If you have a thought, it'll let you, it encourages you to bring that thought onto paper and file patterns. I personally have filed 3 patents. They're approved. Few more are in the pipeline. So until they're approved, I can't talk about them. But if you look at the history of innovation, innovation just doesn't come up by giving people incentives, right? It has to, the organizations have to be able to create environments where people can thrive their ideas, they can connect with each other. And like I said, I am so, so proud for the organization that I work for. No idea at MasterCard, we believe, is small. We say any idea that you have, even if it's not implementable right now, put it on paper, file a patent, be out there, make your idea known to everybody so somebody may use it in some time, right? We internally host a lot of hackathons for our employees. Our favorite is some smaller teams host pizzas and patents. We provide pizzas. You come in, when pizza is brought in, it churns your brain, brings fuel to your brain, it brings people together. And when we are together, we bring great ideas together. So at MasterCard, we just don't talk about technology and work. There's a very big essence and in our DNA that we say that we all do well by doing good. Decency is in the core and heart of each one of us at MasterCard. So not just saying we say it's what we as an employee, we have to bring ourselves, whole self. We say, bring your whole self to work every day. So at MasterCard, community support is given utmost importance. Last year, I personally won 2 CEO Force for Good awards for my work in the community. So again, this is an idea. It was my idea saying, if I did this for the community, maybe something bigger may happen. So that ripple effect is there, and I'm glad that the company recognizes it. We recognize inclusion and diversity, and we are more than bringing people together with different backgrounds. It's a very big understanding that when we create meaningful connections and inspire acceptance and cultivate the culture, we will grow. We belong together. We are a better team when there are decisions that are made by diverse backgrounds and not just one type of set of backgrounds. So to solidify that commitment and to show that we believe in diversity, actually last year, MasterCard has announced an investment of $500 million to over next 5 years to help bridge the gap between the Black communities across America. This commitment includes products, services, technology, and financial support that will help bring, again, when these communities thrive, new ideas will come and new innovation will happen. We are focusing on building and providing for Black businesses and provide them affordable financial tools. In fact, we have committed to 7 cities in the US. And again, St. Louis is one of the 7 cities where there will be a very big focus on uplifting the Black communities. So here we are. What is the future of work? What does it look like that given the year and a half we all have worked at home, right? So now we need to start rethinking our definition of tech jobs. At this point, every company is a technology company. Business and technology are no longer siloed, so they're not individual pillars anymore. The future of tech jobs will be a blend where the business savviness and technical expertise live together. With the Internet of Things and the fintechs and things that are not even yet invented, MasterCard is constantly thriving to keep our networks as the platform able to accommodate to whatever the next wave takes us. The impact is that you must keep up, right? And at MasterCard, we don't believe in keeping up, but leading the way and innovating to be ready for anything that comes our way. There is no limit to what languages or databases we use. We use Python, JavaScripting, PCF, cloud computing, databases ranging from Oracle to Postgres to MongoDB to SQL servers. So if you're learning it in school, guess is probably some team at MasterCard is using it. So never worry, oh my God, what I'm learning in school, is it relevant? Trust me, it is relevant and it'll be made into good use. So innovation is, the unrelenting drive to break the status quo. Challenge yourself, challenge your peers, challenge your teammates, and break that status quo. Develop something new where you've never thought of going, right? I'm very excited to see what you all do with your hackathon and how you bring your innovative ideas to life. Keep in mind, no idea is insane, no idea is small. Fuel your brains and let's get going. All the best.
Darthi, we really appreciate that talk you gave us. Now, guys, this next company, to me, it will always be known as St. Louis Bread Company. But here's a special word from our diamond sponsor, as you might know them, Panera Bread.
At Panera, we do more than just make great food. We constantly push the technological boundaries of the restaurant industry. We do this by solving everyday issues through advancements in mobile software, ordering technology, and cafe-level automation. We do this all with deep partnerships with Apple, Facebook, and Google. And ultimately, through a culture of innovation that's built off a diverse and talented team. Their expertise stretches across multiple sectors, including development in microservices, single-page applications, real-time databases, and big data analytics. At Panera, we create the technology behind good eating.
Hello, I'm Billy Myers, Director of Technology Innovation at Panera. One of the things I love about our company is our commitment to building a culture of innovation. I've been fortunate to participate in many amazing and innovative projects at Panera, such as creating an Uber-like delivery tracker on web, creating an ordering agent for the Google Assistant, or participating in our annual hackathon. I come from a non-traditional background. I started college as a theater major, then switched to physics. I lived and worked in China for 5 years after graduation, and then I joined Panera as a software developer. But innovation comes from the combining of multiple ideas and perspectives into a single solution. Thus, my non-traditional background has been an asset in my role of developing new technology. For example, when I was president of the improv club in high school, I learned creativity, quick thinking, and going with the flow, which are essential qualities when brainstorming and coming up with new ideas for innovation. As a physics major, I learned how to solve difficult problems and to persevere even when the answer wasn't clear. By living in China, I learned adaptability and comfort with ambiguity. And then coming to Panera, I gained a perspective of empathy and being obsessed with our guests. One of my favorite traditions at Panera is for all new hires to spend their first week in the cafe serving our guests and really seeing the problems that they face firsthand to give us a great perspective on the technology that we're building every day. We talk a lot about innovation, but how does it actually happen at Panera? We have a process we like to call the innovation life cycle. It starts with collecting ideas from all levels of the organization. Then we rank and score those ideas based on criteria such as value and difficulty to implement. Then we prototype a few of them and measure the results. If the pilot is successful, we refine and improve upon the idea until it can be rolled out to scale. If not, we kill the project. Sometimes it's just as important to kill projects so that we can stay focused on ones that drive value and results for the business. So let's take a look at some of the recent innovative projects at Panera. Unique challenge to quickly and consistently communicate to all of our Panera employees. So we designed the pantry as a hub for all of our internal messaging aimed at our cafe staff. Vernon Adamson leads the team that brought this idea to life. Hi, Vernon. Why don't you tell us who you are and a little bit about your career so far at Panera?
Hi, Billy. I'm Vernon Adamson. I'm a senior manager on the enterprise systems team. I've been with Panera for about 5 years now. I started as a user experience developer, and at Panera you tend to wear a number of hats, and I grew into senior management / solutions architect role, leading a number of development projects. with the latest one being the Pantry.
What is the Pantry?
Oh, okay. The Pantry is a communication and resource portal for Panera associates. It provides a lot of information on upcoming celebrations, marketing news. And during COVID, it was essential in communicating safety protocols and procedures. It has three main components: an application menu, application messaging component, and as I mentioned, a news feed. So the application message menu provides quick access to a number of Panera applications, tools, and HR resources. So we're currently working on implementing WebSockets using Stream.io or PubNub. This will allow us to implement real-time chat capabilities in the Pantry, as well as some real-time data analytics.
How has your team innovated in the past?
I think moving away from our monolithic three-tier development architecture and moving to a cloud-based microservices-centered architecture has been our major innovation focus over the past 2 years. We've done a lot with web component development. As I mentioned, our progressive web applications, we have a single code base mobile and desktop application. And I think that allows us to maintain a single product.
We work with a lot of awesome tech companies, including Apple, Facebook, Google, and Microsoft. These partnerships have resulted in a merger of a lot of tech and ideas. Sanjay Chaudhry leads our iOS and Android development teams. Hi, Sanjay. What does innovation look like at Panera?
Great question, Billy. To me, innovation happens not only when there are new and challenging problems to work on, but also when people have certain amount of freedom. And freedom in how to do their job, how to find and implement new solutions, but also the freedom to take risks, and also a sense of security. They know that if they take a risk and things do not go as per plans, then they have the support from rest of their team members for handling the outcome. So to me, it's a potent combination of new and challenging problems, freedom to decide, freedom to create their own solutions, and a sense of security that forms a launch pad for innovation.
We partner with a lot of other tech companies. What is the process like?
Yes, one of the joys of working at Panera is that not only we get to work on new and cutting edge technology all the time, but we also get to partner with other companies across many industries that are doing the same, such as Apple. We have a close and excellent relationship with Apple. We have partnered with them as launch partners or early access partners a lot of time over the years. Just for a recent example, Panera was the first company in the world to launch applets. Working with a new technology, taking somebody else's tech and integrating it into our own is definitely challenging almost all the time. To begin with, we have to marry the technical and business models. At times we are working with companies across the time zones, across the cultural boundaries. A lot of times the tech that we work on is still being developed, so we end up flying the plane as we are building it. It is a lot of fun. Challenges are always new. I've been with Panera for 6 years now, almost 6 years, and there hasn't been a single day when I felt it was boring. I feel at Panera I get to push the envelope, not just once a month, once a week, but every single day.
The My Panera Plus coffee subscription program began as a small pilot and grew into a brand new revenue model for the company. Callie Oxendine led the way on implementing the Java microservices to support the subscription program. Hi, Callie.
Hey.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got to where you are today at Panera.
Yeah, so I'm Callie Oxendine. I back 5 years ago, I had taken some college courses in and out, not sure what I was doing yet. At the time, Launch Code, this nonprofit in the St. Louis area, it was kind of new and they were offering a free coding course, like 5 months long. So I signed up for it, and kind of after that course, they would see where you're at, see where your skills are, and try to find a company in the area that was willing to accept apprentices. So I started at Panera as a temp once I got hired. I was a temp for about 5 months, and there I was offered a full-time position. So I was a developer at that point. It's been a little over 4 years. So like I'm a software engineer now for the team. And yeah, so it's the e-commerce back-end services team. We do a lot. We work with the front-end teams, just a lot of different internal teams. We're kind of like this core service team.
So how has the My Panera coffee subscription program evolved since you began working on it?
So it started as this like bare bones subscription service. So basic functionality of you have your stored payment and recurring payment every month, and you get your coffee subscription reward on your account. That way you can apply it to your order to get free coffee. Subscription service was built as a Java Spring Boot, just like microservice to handle all the subscriptions. And we also do have a separate batch service that will process all of the emails and adding rewards and stuff like that. So that'll be like a behind the scenes processing service for us. One of the things that we did with our subscription service was adding like Kafka connectivity, so we could post messages to the queue to send emails downstream, and that's where Amsira, one of our vendors, they had the templates there, and they would send a certain one based on if it's a free subscription, if they had a promotion. So maintaining that and knowing like the renewal date is this day, they've unsubscribed and resubscribed, so don't charge them, but we need to flip them back to an active state so that their renewal date picks up and just like nothing ever happened. Yeah, so I guess just thinking through a lot of those edge cases and just a lot of logging in such a new feature like this was super necessary, just to get through all of these issues and to know what things that we didn't account for and that we needed to go back and implement later.
We carve out 3 days a year for our employees to participate in a hackathon. This allows them to work on grand ideas with little restraints other than time. Landon Bland worked on the team that put a Microsoft Connect into our sandwich line to measure accuracy of our cafe level employees. Hi Landon.
Hey Billy.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey to how you got to where you are today.
I graduated from UMSL in 2017 with a major in computer science. And directly after school, I had a little bit of a difficult time being placed in a software development role with no experience and not knowing the industry, not knowing what I needed to do to get that position. So I was working as a support technician in a hosting center. And that definitely helped round out some of my technical skills, working with hardware and software that I hadn't necessarily worked with before. A few months into that, I was able to get an interview at Panera through a recruiter, and I was placed as a contractor, transitioned to full-time, working on their retail website where you can order food from Panera online. And I've been working on that website for almost 4 years now.
So let's talk about the hackathon. What type of technologies have you been able to explore at the hackathon?
We've worked with a lot of technologies. A few years back, we had a hack with an Arduino, a distance sensor, a camera, to detect when a car pulled into a parking spot, take a picture, detect the make and model of the car, and send that information to the cafe so that they could easily bring the corresponding order out to the vehicle. Last year, we had an even more involved hack involving a Kinect, a computer that had to have a pretty beefy graphics card, more Arduinos and microcontrollers, and some LED strips integrated into a sandwich production line. And it helped the cafe worker know what the build was for a given sandwich. It lit up the ingredients that they needed to choose, and then as they reached into the bin for that ingredient, the light turned off, indicating that they had picked it correctly. And it helped track the accuracy of that order.
So what hackathon projects have been implemented?
Quite a few. Our initial Amazon Alexa skill and Google Assistant skill implementations came during a hackathon, and those were rolled out to production. Google Food Ordering was implemented first as a hack, and it is now in production. It takes a little while for some of the ideas to come all the way through, but our hack from last year with the Connect in the sandwich line is supposed to be going into an innovation center at Panera in the next year. I think it's really important that the hackathon ideas actually get out into the real world. It's important for the people at Panera to see that their ideas at the hackathon aren't just hackathon ideas, but that they have an impact on the business at the end of the day. And it's important for Panera to use the innovation that comes out of the hackathon to drive them forward as a business.
Those are just a few of the hundreds of projects we work on every year. Our staff is composed of 400 people working and innovating on a wide range of ideas that have an immediate impact on both our guests and cafe employees. Innovation is a big part of our philosophy. That's why we value events such as PickHacks. We're pleased to announce that this year Panera will be sponsoring the Panera Freshest Idea Award. 4 $100 Panera gift cards will be awarded to the team that has the best hack involving food or nutrition. We will also have multiple mentors and company representatives available to chat or to help you out with your hack. Good luck to each of you, and we look forward to seeing what amazing things you'll build.
Awesome. Thank you, Panera, for that talk. That was really high production quality, so we really appreciate that. Also, quick side note, if you ever stop by Panera, you pick 2 with mac and cheese and a Frontega chicken. Super good meal. So now some words from our friend Peter at MLH.
Hey everyone, my name's Peter from Major League Hacking, and I'm super excited to help out with PickHacks this weekend. Really quick before I jump into things, I just want to invite you all to follow us on social media so that you can stay up to date with current and future Major League Hacking events. Additionally, you can connect with me on LinkedIn and social media if you have any questions for me personally. So, I'm about to cover a ton of information, but basically everything that you need to know can be found at hack.mlh.io. I'll be sure to put a link in the Discord along with the other useful resources that Major League Hacking will be providing this weekend, right after this opening presentation. If you haven't already, please be sure to join the Discord so that you can follow along with the event and interact with the other hackers, organizers, sponsors, mentors, and more. So, what is Major League Hacking? Many of you may not have heard of us before, but Major League Hacking is the global hacker community, which means that it's our mission to empower hackers, which is of course you. Just by attending this event, you're participating in a community of over 135,000 student hackers across 250 member events throughout the world, which I think is pretty cool. You're also earning points for your school, which count towards our season-long rankings and contests, and the natural question that of course follows is, what's the best way to earn points? Well, get more folks from your community involved and participate in more events. So what can you expect from Major League Hacking at PickHacks this weekend? Well, for starters, I'll be running a series of capture the flag style mini event challenges where we will walk through together as a group. Everyone can learn something and participate, of course, and folks who complete all of the challenges will be entered into a raffle to win some cool prizes. Then, on Saturday, I'll be running a super fun Bob Ross mini event where we'll follow along with the GOAT himself to create our own masterpieces in Microsoft Paint, which will take place at 8 p.m. Central Time on Saturday. If at any point in time you feel compelled to draw an Octocat, I mean, who wouldn't? Just look at that thing. Well, you can tweet your own artistic rendition to @GitHubEducation, @MLHacks using the hashtags MyOctocat and the event hashtag PickHacks for a chance to win your own physical Octocat statue. You can snag the GitHub Student Developer Pack and Starter Kits, which provide free access to some of the best developer tools and step-by-step tutorials on how to use them all in one centralized repository, no pun intended. That includes stuff like free AWS credit, Heroku Cloud App Management, and free subscriptions to many other educational resources. You can snag a 2020 season t-shirt provided by Capital One if you stick around the whole weekend and fill out the form that I'll share after closing ceremony in the announcements channel. Additionally, Major League Hacking has partnered with several companies in order to equip you with the tools and resources that you need for success. For starters, you can show off your project live with a free .tech domain with 1 free year of domain privacy if you use the code FULLBLOOM at checkout. DataStax Astra is a cloud database as a service that's available for all hackers this weekend. You can set it up in just a couple minutes with no credit card needed for signup and instantly gain access to 5 gigabytes of cloud storage. For additional resources around how to get started, head over to hack.mlh.io for a step-by-step guide on how to use DataStax Astra in your hack this weekend. If you do use DataStax Astra, please be sure to include a screenshot of your admin dashboard in your dev post submission to be considered for this prize category. You can elevate your project by using the code that you receive by email to redeem up to $100, that's right, $100 of credit towards any of the tools provided by the Google Cloud Suite. That includes stuff like image recognition, machine learning, cloud computing, website hosting, and so much more. You name it, they probably have it. We'll be running a prize for the best project that incorporates Google Cloud into their hack this weekend, and any COVID-19 related projects will have a chance to win $5,000 in Google Cloud credits for further development. Once again, DigiKey is sponsoring the Best Hardware Hack Prize category, and we'll be picking 2 winning teams at this event. Each winning team member will receive a Grove Beginner Quick Kit with a built-in Arduino. For anyone looking to participate, hardware emulator hacks are also eligible for this prize category in the event that you don't have breadboards lying around. I for sure don't. Along with the GitHub Student Starter Pack, we have a bunch of other starter kits that will accelerate your dev journey this weekend, all of which can be found over at hackp.ac/learn. If you incorporate any of the aforementioned partnered resources into your hack this weekend, you'll be considered for some of these awesome prizes. All of them are listed on the dev post, and you can of course hit me up on Discord if you have any questions about eligibility or the criteria. Now, with hackathons becoming more and more accessible due to the online format that we've adopted, one of my goals this season is to maximize the amount of project demonstrations for all participants, regardless of your skill level. By doing so, you'll receive an event-specific I demoed sticker, which is just some extra clout that you can slap onto the back of your laptop or your calculator if you're a nerd like me. If you do demo, you'll receive a form to fill out some shipping information to receive stickers for this event. Now, we know that many of you are also on the job hunt, and hackathons are a great place to showcase your talents, which is why we put together the MLH Career Lab, which is just designed to connect you with the companies that are specifically looking to recruit hackers. That includes companies like Capital One, Qualtrics, and more. Now, on a serious note, I want to stress that Major League Hacking events are a safe space for everyone. By participating in this event, you're agreeing to the MLH Code of Conduct, which is linked on the screen to my right. If you haven't read it yet, please take the time to do so. It's only like 3 pages long. The bottom line is that everyone needs to be respectful. Harassment and abuse will not be tolerated whatsoever. At digital events especially, it's important to remember that there's another human on the other side of the screen. Boundaries do exist, so please be mindful of connecting with people's online and social profiles without their permission. Folks also aren't necessarily ignoring you if they don't respond immediately. Please just give them the time to answer your questions and messages. If you're having an issue, please contact myself and the organizers so that we can make sure that your issue gets resolved as quickly as possible. If we're unavailable for whatever reason, or if you're just uncomfortable reaching out directly, we totally understand, and you can reach out via incidents@mlh.io or by the phone number listed on the screen. We want you to have an amazing time this weekend, and these guidelines are just designed to maintain a safe and positive atmosphere. Lastly, I want to give a huge thanks to all of our partners who helped make your hackathon experience superb, and with that, I will kick it back to the organizers. Happy hacking!
Thank you so much, Peter. And also a big thank you to all our sponsors who had those fantastic videos before. We want to extend another thank you to all of our partners who helped to make this weekend possible. Now we're going to go into the nicks and knacks of this weekend, the event logistics. So for today, Friday, April 9th, we have our opening ceremony, which is right now, and hacking will begin at 7 p.m. or just as close to the end of the opening ceremony as we can get. We'll have a team matching session immediately after hosted on Hopin, and there'll also be a Python and Flask workshop on Twitch. The link will be in the Discord. At 8:30, as Peter said, there'll be an MLH sponsored Capture the Flag event that's also on Hopin. And a special note for our participants from Missouri S&T. We have an in-person swag pickup that occurs from 7 to 10 p.m. tonight, which you can find in the CS Building Basement Lounge.
Yeah, you guys don't want to miss out on the swag.
Some
it's
cool
really
stuff
good this year. Yeah, seriously. So Saturday morning, right at midnight, there's a Clash of Code tournament. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's basically like a programming battle royale. So there's about 100 people in a lobby. whoever many you fill it with, and you just compete to see who can solve a leak code style question first. We're going to play a couple rounds of that, and the top 2 placements get each a $50 Steam gift card. So, I wouldn't miss that if I were you. Later on a little bit at 10 a.m., there's an introduction to product management talk from Krish Manat. For all of you out there who are more interested in the business side of software, how you can market a product, how the cycle begins from the start to the end of its lifespan, check that out for sure. Following that, immediately at 11 is an iOS development talk from Panera, just covering the basics to mobile app development, all that sort of thing that you would be interested in. And then right at noon, there's how Brian said earlier, the GitOps predictive modeling at scale from Centene. So for those of you who are interested in data science and modeling data, make sure to check that out. And all of those events are going to be on Hopin, so keep monitoring that page. So on Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m., you get an Instagram filter. You guys can read the rest of it from Chris Gu, our great alumni. He's working down at Microsoft in Seattle, and he is an Instagram savant. He's got about 100,000 followers, and this dude has gotten famous for making Instagram filters. So if you'd ever have a good source for learning that, check him out. And then immediately following that at 4, there's an introduction to databases in SQL presented by Platter. Pretty self-explanatory there. If you're interested in that sort of thing, check it out. And then finally at 8, the MLH-sponsored Bob Ross Microsoft Paint. Peter talked a little bit about that, but it should be a really fun time. Me and Bharat are pretty good artists ourselves. Our stick men are pretty nice. So we'll be there, and we hope all of you people join too. And again, all this stuff is going to be found on Hopin, so make sure you're there for it. And then on Sunday, starting at 8 a.m., there's DevPost office hours. So these are just going to be for you out there that are a little uncomfortable with that platform and just have some questions to ask about it, and we'll answer any that you have. So then at 10:30 a.m. hacking ends. Please make sure your hack is submitted by then. We don't want anybody putting a lot of time in over the weekend and then not getting that payoff of getting it actually submitted and see if it qualifies for prizes. So don't forget that. And then following that at 11, there's a project exposition. This is going to be on DevPost, where you can see all the projects that your peers submitted and see what else, what other cool creations are out there. And then finally at 2:30 p.m., there's going to be the closing ceremony. So, prize reveals, final talks, everything you won't want to miss. And then just to reiterate a little bit, I know pretty much all of you are on Hopin right now, but this is going to be our main place for events over the weekend. So if you have friends that are competing that aren't in it already, send them that link. Just make sure everybody who's participating gets it.
And bouncing off of what Jack said, our main form of communication for this event will be Discord. And if you're not in it yet, I really suggest you get there. That's where most of our talking is going to happen, and most of your interactions too, hopefully. And just to kind of break down of what you'll find there, we have our welcome chat, which you guys should have seen when you first joined, where you react to the emoji. We have an announcements chat, which we encourage you to keep an eye on for all PickHacks related announcements throughout the weekend. We have our FAQ and questions section, where you can find any event related questions and have them answered. Our team matching section is where you can find other hackers to work with. Our general section is just for any general talks you might want to have. You can find resources that our team has assembled in the resources section. You can make your introduction and see what other people are all about in the introduction section. In the job section, you can speak with corporate recruiters about opportunities and talk a bit more about them with what kind of stuff they have going on there. Our random chat is just for whatever you guys want to say, have fun, talk around, have some fun. We have our Ask the Mentors chat, where you can ask help from our mentors about projects and technologies you might be confused about. And our mental help room, where you can voice connect with them and speak with them about those problems you might be having. So our rules, which I know there's a lot here, guys, so if you don't get all of it down, don't worry, it'll be on our dev post too. First and foremost, as Peter said, we abide by the MLH Code of Conduct. So that's just essentially be a good person. Everything is on the dev post, as I said before, and project submission is at 10:30 a.m. on April 11th. Late submissions will not be accepted. For every submission, you need to have a video demo that's a maximum of 5 minutes that explains the code and kind of what you do there. Judging will be asynchronous, and you're only allowed to submit projects made during PickHacks. So projects made outside of PickHacks or made for another hackathon is not allowed. We welcome the use of free and open source libraries, so have fun finding what you can on the internet to make your project as great as it can be.
And just to reiterate one more time, like Peter and Bharat said, we take abuse, misconduct, discrimination of any sort very seriously. So if you or any of your peers experience anything like that, reach out to us immediately, and we'll shut it down right away.
Finally, guys, thank you so much for sitting through this long presentation. Good luck to everyone. We're so excited to have you here, and let's get to hacking.
Let's do it.